Evil people have a way of creeping up on you. They seem like ordinary people until they're not. They don't have horns or a sign hanging from their neck telling you they are evil incarnate, but there is always something off about them. Where can we find them? Evil people are everywhere, yet the majority of people are good. Evil people come from all sorts of places, often ones you wouldn't expect. At our schools, churches, and places of worship, in our friends' homes, they are potentially everywhere we look. Regardless, it's not always easy to spot them. Fortunately, there are some telltale signs that can help you identify them before these spiteful beings get too close. Here are the warning indicators to look out for so that you can avoid the problems and damage these kinds of people bring into your life. Number 1. Destructive criticism. Do your friends constantly put you down and make you feel like nothing you do is good enough? Do you feel like you continuously walk on eggshells, trying to avoid your friends' verbal attacks? If so, you can be dealing with an evil person. Reasonable friends may be critical of you and your actions, but it will be constructive criticism. Good people will point out how something can be done differently or better, but they won't belittle you for doing it the way you did. In the case of a bad individual, they will attempt to tear you down. They are not trying to help you grow. These toxic and possibly evil people are likely projecting their insecurities onto you, or even just enjoying watching someone weaker suffer at their hands. They don't care about you or your feelings. Negative people are only concerned with making themselves feel better by putting others down. When you find people like this in your life, it is a good idea to disentangle yourself from them as quickly as possible. Number 2. Narcissistic behavior. People who can be classified as evil care little for others' welfare. Instead, these individuals focus on their own pleasure and prosperity and are utterly indifferent to the needs of others. A person with this behavior often sees other people as pawns or tools rather than human beings, and they want to use other people for their benefit. In fact, narcissism is actually included in the dark triad, which also includes Machiavellianism and psychopathy. Each disorder is frequently linked to violent or evil individuals. Narcissism is associated with high self-esteem, grandiose fantasies, and victim syndrome. Certainly, you should not expect favors from such people. Just think about it. If you focus 100% of your time on yourself, how much time do you spend thinking about others? None at all. Number 3. Warnings from other people. You can't always believe what you see. Has anyone ever told you that a friend or partner is bad news? Many vindictive personalities are excellent at hiding their true colors. Certain people are skilled at acting like your perfect match or best friend on the outside, but maybe secretly plotting against you once they see a chance for personal gain. It's easy to get sucked into the drama of these people, mainly when they are good at making you feel necessary. It's hard to see bad apples for what they are when we are infatuated. If everyone seems to agree that someone is a bad person and dangerous, it's probably true, especially if you find yourself getting into a relationship with someone having a history of hurting people. It's better to pay attention than to let yourself get hurt. You may have a hard time seeing the truth when it's staring you in the face, but if there are red flags, trust them and act on them before it's too late. Number 4. Evading responsibilities. Are you friends with someone who dodges responsibility like a con man? Irresponsible behavior, especially when combined with some of the other signs, can be indicative of an evil person. Do you know anyone that never admits to making a mistake, even when it's apparent that they have made one? They deflect blame like a pro and make themselves look good at all costs. Evil people do not feel guilty, ashamed, or remorseful for their actions. They do not attempt to apologize or make things right with the people they have harmed. These people are unwilling to take responsibility for their actions, so they portray themselves as victims instead. When you find people like this in your life, look for other signs as well. It may be that they are just flaky, and you should avoid relying on them. But if you find they have several of these signs, you should think hard if you want to keep them in your life. Number 5. Pleasure from someone else's pain. When we inflict pain on another person, we frequently experience regret and remorse. But some people find cruelty to be fascinating. They enjoy watching others suffer and will go out of their way to cause pain. This lack of empathy is a hallmark of a bad person. Empathy is putting yourself in another's shoes. It's being able to see things from someone else's perspective. It is central to human relationships, and it's something that we all value. It makes us more compassionate, kinder people. Without empathy, individuals really don't care about other people's feelings. They may put up a show of caring, but it is often stilted because they really don't know how to care. Someone lacking empathy may be evil, and they may also be psychotic. Sometimes, psychopaths are not just lacking in empathy, they are often incapable of feeling any positive emotion. Neither do they feel regret, shame, or remorse for their actions. If you encounter a person with no empathy, run as fast as you can and don't look back. They will use and abuse you for their amusement, and they definitely won't care about your feelings or how they negatively affect your life. Number 6. Deception for personal advantage. Let's face it, we are all guilty of telling white lies from time to time. The little fibs we tell can be used to avoid hurting someone's feelings, get on with our day, or make a story more interesting. However, evil people lie for self-interest and the desire to deceive others. Psychopaths are often masters of deception and manipulation. They may lie and cheat to get what they want and are quick to take advantage of others. This Machiavellian selfishness can make them challenging to deal with and often leads to them exploiting those around them. Narcissists, too, may be prone to manipulation, as their inflated sense of self-worth may make them believe they have the right to control others. Psychopaths and narcissists may be skilled at manipulation, but they may also be blind to its potential pitfalls. For instance, someone who is constantly manipulating those around them may eventually alienate those same people. Ultimately, while psychopaths and narcissists may use manipulation to get what they want, their actions may have unintended consequences. In any case, a person who takes advantage of others without remorse may be evil. So, there you have it. If you reach the end of this list and feel a bit shocked, keep in mind that there are numerous reasons why someone may appear evil. People often do evil because they hate, envy, fear, are jealous of, or are provoked by their victims. John Kex. Evil people want what others have, whether it's out of jealousy, fear, or hatred. They want the job you have. They want your money. They want your spouse. These spiteful beings may even hate you because of who you are or what you represent in the world, and that hatred is so powerful that it drives them to do evil things. We are glad you stayed with us to the very end. Here's a bonus. Animal cruelty. Perhaps you have never considered it before, but how a person treats animals can reveal a lot about their character. Unfortunately, animal cruelty is all too common and often goes unnoticed. Animal cruelty can take many forms, from neglecting to properly care for a pet to actively harming or torturing animals. In some cases, animal cruelty may be a sign of deeper psychological issues. But even in cases where it is not, it is still a serious problem. There are many reasons why animal cruelty is evil. First and foremost, animals are living creatures that deserve to be treated with respect. Like humans, animals experience happiness, sadness, pain, and fear. When we mistreat animals, we disregard their ability to feel and experience the world. People who abuse animals are either too self-absorbed to care about the well-being of any other sentient beings or just lack the empathy to relate to them. Either way, it is indeed important to take notice when a friend or acquaintance engages in animal cruelty. It is a serious problem that should not be ignored and definitely a sign of a force of evil. Now that you know the signs, you are more prepared to avoid these types of people. That's all for today. See you again next time at Lux Diva.